Hello, welcome back. Tuesday, the 30th of July. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the stupid news. Going to get straight on with it. Got some things here that I pulled out. First up, Theresa May has been turned into a robot. Have you seen that little robot tease made that they've called it Theresa and put a little wig on the top? Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it anyway. See that little thing there? Well, it's not big. It's a robot with a little Theresa May wig sitting on the top, and it's a tease mate. It's not one of them Chinese inventions that they've got in a tea room or tea terrace in Cobham in Surrey, and they've got to delivering the breakfasts and the cups of tea and stuff like that. What would be really funny is if they were to put that in a food bank and get her handing out food and stuff like that to the people down at the food bank, where I don't think she ever visited the whole time that she was the Prime Minister. So, that would be fucking more poignant than just sticking a wig on it and put it in a tea terrace cafe. Have it rolling around the food bank, handing out parcels to the poor and whatever else, and see what kind of response that gets. You know what I mean? She just, there's a big divide, I thought, between Theresa May and fucking anybody in the working class. She just fucking hasn't got a clue. So to just dishing out teas in a middle class restaurant, it would be funny to see her put the robot in a working class environment. You'd probably get fucking smashed a tin of beans in the front of the face of it anyway, you know what I mean? It'd probably get smashed to shit, wouldn't it? Because I don't think she's very well liked. Policies make poor people and all that. Okay, so anyway, it's a bit late actually. I'm doing this video a bit late, so you have to excuse me if I'm a little bit off key because I've just rushed in to try and do it. But I was going to give it a miss, but I'd like to try and do them every day, but if I do miss one, I miss one. That's the way it goes. What's this one? Yeah, the doctors, just from my own experience with this one as well, patients are waiting up to 3 months for a GP appointment as a recruitment crisis hits. Recruitment crisis or Brexit crisis and all that, I think fucking people are scared to come here more like if it's a case of foreign workers or whatever, or not enough staff or not enough trained, whatever. Anyway, some sick Brits say they have called more than 100 times for a same day appointment and been refused every time. I mean, these fucking people that are calling 100 times, they need an appointment, I would say. Either that or they're fucking mental. But half the time in this situation, you're fucking 3 months waiting for an appointment. You'd be well again within 3 months, unless you might as well just not bother at all. You either be, if you've got to wait 3 months, you'll either be dead or you'll be well. So and if they're calling 100 times, they're obviously on the fucking feeling that they ain't gonna be fucking well. So I've called that number. What was the number that we used to? There's an NHS number, I think, 121, or was it the police one? 101. Same deal with the police anyway. I think I was calling a number. I can't remember the reason why now, but he was on fucking hold for about an hour. He just thought, fucking give it up, So and it's the same with this. Obviously, you just can't get an appointment, so you end up having to wait. And basically, go like this. Hope for the best. Or use your own medication. What's this one here? Weed is set to be legal, says MP, but they're talking about weed is set to be legal in 15 years. Well, within 15 years. It's not fucking 15 years. How far behind the rest of the sensible world are we likely to have we got to be? 15 years. We have to sort of. It's already happening in Canada and America and all those places, and look at all that money that's being generated or money that could be used or whatever. But we're fucking so stuck up and so like fucking archaic with laws and that, especially with the people who are making the laws who are probably smoking it anyway. That's the worst thing. You know, I mean, obviously there's different people's views on legalising weed, but you can't fucking just say, oh, a few people get a little bit, you know, it doesn't work for a few people, so the rest of the fucking world, or it's not sensible to legalise it when probably 90% or 95% of people are totally fine with it and use it recreationally and whatever else. Look at drink; it's 10 times worse if you're gonna say that. But you know, you wouldn't say let's ban drinking. So you have to leave it to people's sense and sensibility, or leave, you know, if you want to smoke weed, you want to smoke weed. If you want to smoke weed and it makes you fucking feel funny, stop smoking it. If you carry on, then it's your fault, or you know, along those lines. But anyway, 15 years is a long wait. There's a lot of money that could be used to fucking fund doctors and fund police and fund food banks and whatever else. You know, talking about fucking the country being skint or thinking of innovative ways that money could be brought. That is fucking a surefire winner right there. Obviously, these are my views. Some of you might think otherwise. But anyway, David Lammy, the Labour MP, has been and is suggesting that he's all for legalising it, but wants to regulate it and whatever else. But fucking 15 years, come on, get your skates on, people. Next one, Amazon. Who's got an Alexa? I don't have an Alexa. I find them really fucking annoying, especially when you're around somebody's house and you shout a song on. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. You fucking shout a song on. It comes on. Somebody else will come over and they'll shout the song on halfway while your fucking song's still playing. And then somebody else will shout on. You never ever get a fucking song played. Everybody's shouting, you know, oh, Alexa, put this one on for me. Oh, put this one. At least if someone's got someone's in control of the music, they're in control of the music. But it's just fucking chop change. And then you got kids there, they're shouting, Alexa, put fucking, I don't know, Justin Bieber on or whatever. And then the parent goes, fucking change it to hot chocolate or something like that. You know, it's stressful. I find it very stressful. And then they don't hear you, and everyone's shouting it twice or 3 times or whatever. But anyway, these are all things that will get ironed out in the future. I imagine. I think this is just the early stages of it. I do believe that voice is the way that fucking everything's going. You know, you'll be able to go, you know, lights on, cooker on, lock the doors, whatever else. You know, flush the toilet. I forgot. All that kind of business. That's the way things are going to go. But it's just teething problems, probably, isn't it? And people just getting, you know, soon people get bored of shouting at her. Hopefully, maybe everyone gets excited at a party. It's a wind up. But anyway, my point, the thing in the news was that Alexa has been recording people having sex. British couples. What does British couples? I'm sure it's not just fucking. Alexa's not only in England, is it? British couples rowing or private family matters and having sex. The sounds of lovemaking are among noises that can trigger Alexa-activated Echo speakers, which make recordings and users speak to them. Amazon staff listen to a proportion of the recordings in order to monitor and improve the system. So when you're shouting at these Alexas, some of it is actually being listened to by people in offices somewhere with headphones on and whatever else. So they're saying here that they've heard sex attacks, you know, things that sound like sex attacks might just be, you know, adventurous couples, but otherwise they've heard sex attacks and that as well, which, if anything, that should be fucking, well, I'm going to say ring the police, but you can't, because you can't get fucking through on the what I said earlier on, can you? So they probably tried and give up. But yeah, so if you're shagging anywhere near your Alexa, you know, don't be surprised if you fucking people aren't listening into you, because it looks like it's basically just, you're bugging the house, isn't it? Basically. So, and they're saying it's all about like how all these kind of technologies are literally putting you're basically, you know, naked to the technology. You know, they can see and hear everything you do. So really, you're bugged in your own house. So you got to watch what you say. Can you imagine if you're sitting there planning a bank robbery? I was going to say then bank robbery, robbing the sex shop. Imagine if you're planning a bank robbery, and then your Alexa picks it up and whatever. I mean, there's that guy. I mean, good, but he got caught by, was it a hitman? Was it? And he had a watch on, a Fitbit, and the Fitbit, they tracked the Fitbit to where he was, and it put him where he had assassinated these other gangster versus the other gangsters, but it put him in the frame, all because of the technology. So, you know, got to be careful around them. Not that I'm, you know, in any way condoning all that, I'm just saying anything you say, you know, embarrassing things, whatever you say, anything in front of Alexa, and somebody's going to be laughing at you or making a note. What's this one? Obese people really do. The story is obese people really do enjoy their food more. Is that not an obvious fucking statement? I mean, of course they do. They're fucking eating double, triple, quadruple what anybody else is eating. They actually get extra pleasure from each bite. Researchers gave squares of chocolate to 290 adults who had to rate how much satisfaction each piece gave them. It's a bit of a stupid study, isn't it, really? Participants ate between 2 and 51 pieces. I mean, is it a pointless study, isn't it? You kind of just done a big old study to just get a result which is just obvious anyway. I can't even bother to go through they're giving breakdowns of the test there, and it's kind of putting my eyelids to sleep, so we're going to skip on past that. What's this one? Oh, thieves pinched a hot tub from a family's garden on the eve of the hottest day of the year. That's a bit fucking. It's a bit cheeky. It was only like, and the hot tub was like a £299 shit hot tub. But how do you like go about? I mean, they explain what the efforts involved to go and nick a hot tub. They like pushed it up over. They had to empty the water out, leave it for a few hours or whatever they left it for, 30 minutes was it? Then came back and then rolling it down the garden and then chucking it over the fence like hot tub. That must have been some kind of effort, but it's only a £299 fucking hot tub, and probably half that on the second-hand market. So you went like the Hatton Garden fucking robbers, are you? You know what I mean? But you obviously thought it's going to be hot tomorrow. Let's fucking go and get a hot tub from somewhere. So, you know, you're what's the word? Not optimistic. What's the fucking word? You know, you're thinking about what you need is what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word now. But yeah, it would sit there and go, you know what? Fucking let's go. And it probably took them like a few hours just to find one in somebody's back garden. But anyway, people whose tub it was not too happy because it ain't there no more on the hottest day of the year. So they have had to, you know, suck that one up. I was just going to say Paul Gascoigne's looking rather well in this photo. Considering some of those photos that you saw of him when he wasn't feeling too clever, he's looking a bit on the ball there, and it's because he's been on the juice. He's been visiting juice bars and health food bars and drinking juices from a local juicing thing. I think they're plugging the bar there, but still, yeah. I mean, I'm into all these new juices and that now. And he's been drinking Fizzle Shizzles, made up of cayenne pepper, lemon. Here's one for you if you want to make one. Look like Gaza. Look all sprightly. Fizzle Shizzle. He's been drinking, made up of cayenne pepper, lemon, orange, peach, pineapple, and sparkling water. There you go. Cost £4 in there. You could probably do that at home for £1. Anyway, this one was remember this, the Grenfell Tower the blokes who set fire, they're in court now, haven't they? But all because the guys who made the Grenfell Tower effigy thing and then set fire to it and sent the video around on YouTube or wherever they sent it around. I think it was on social media. And they're in court now for it, for being fucking idiots and vilified and made to look really, really fucking stupid and moronic, really. The effort to fucking go and make the tower in the first place, I mean, it's premeditated stupidity, isn't it? You know what I mean? They've actually gone. How long does it take, when you're sitting at home and you're bored with the kids and that, or if you've got kids, or when you was a kid, and you just make something out of paper, make a paper building or whatever else you do or whatever. They've actually done that as adults, you know what I mean? They've actually gone, made with sellotape and created like a... Imagine sitting around your mate's house. Can you fancy making a Grenfell Tower statue and setting it on fire? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's all do that. It probably took them an hour to get the thing together. It looks quite big. And then they set it on fire, took a video of it, and the next thing you know, they're in court and they're fucking idiots, basically. And obviously, it's very, very hurtful what they did, and it's just, maybe they didn't mean any malice. Who knows? But I mean, it's fucking about as nasty as you could have done at the time, based on what had happened. So they probably don't deserve too much sympathy, I wouldn't imagine. So what else have we got? Oh, right, just loads of little bits and bobs here. Gingers. Guy out of the EastEnders. What's his name? Jake Wood has been trolled since he slammed the BBC for bullying gingers. The actor criticised the Beeb for mocking for a video on social media, mocking how redheads react badly to the hot weather. It's just that's just a stereotype, It's just like, they take the piss out of Brummie accents. They take the piss out of not the Beeb, but I'm saying, there's a stereotype for all sorts. They're only just, it's a mocking video, isn't it? And he's getting on his high horse about it. And people online have started calling him Carrot Top and Duracell powered. And one troll accused him of being a typical ginger. So, I don't know. I mean, some people are sensitive to it, and maybe he said it's another form. It's like a ginger racism or something like that. I suppose some people don't like it, yeah, because I guess is a point of ridicule. But everyone takes the piss out. When there was the group of us, there was like sometimes there was 3 gingers. They were ganging up on everybody else. 4 even. I know 4 mates who were gingers. They'd be fucking taking the piss out of everybody. So one of them fucking worse than anybody at all. He was the biggest piss taker, so you fucking wouldn't cut him any slack. So yeah, I guess depends on the ginger you're taking the piss out of, I suppose. He obviously don't like it. He's a bit sensitive, so maybe leave him alone. But yeah, I haven't left him alone because I gave him even more grief because they're calling him Carrot Top. Anyway, what's this? Hitler. A medal given to a Nazi who changed the course of world history by taking 5 bullets aimed at Adolf Hitler has sold for a world record price. How's it world record if it's like a medal for doing... There's only one medal for doing that one thing, isn't there? Surely there hasn't been many people who've took bullets on behalf of Adolf Hitler. He survived as well, but it's called the Blood Order Medal and was awarded to Ulrich Graf, who helped protect Hitler. Well, I'd like to think that there was a lot of people around Hitler who fucking wanted him dead, but were too scared to fucking do anything. But obviously his close circle, not, because if you've seen that film Downfall, they was all as fucking bad as each other. But you'd like to think there was 1 or 2, like that guy in Valkyrie, who he was... they got assassinated, didn't they, when they tried to blow him up with a bomb, but it fucking went wrong because either he moved tables or a chair leg took a part of the blast, so they didn't actually get to kill him. That was like, the good Nazi, but he ended up being shot to death or for trying the attempted assassination. This guy, fucking idiot, is the opposite. He's like dived in front of Hitler and was willing to die on his behalf. So, you know, he had those kind of people around him. It would have been good to know if there was somebody there that fucking pushed Hitler in front of the bullets, you know what I mean, and fucking hid behind him. So protect yourself and grab Hitler and put him there and fucking let him take the bullets. And then, imagine you'd be a hero. You'd be, well, he was a hero in fucking reverse anyway. He was a hero to them, but he would have been a hero to the fucking world. And the world would have been things would have been a lot different. So I don't know when it happened, when he tried to seize power in Bavaria. The Blood Order was always who helped protect Hitler when he tried to seize power in Bavaria in November 1923 in the beer hall in Putsch. Oh, so this was way before the war, 1923. So, fucking, you know, it wasn't even much of anybody at that point either. So, and you stuck your own neck on the line, and he survived. Though, you're lucky, really. We took 5 bullets. Anyway, it was meant to fetch £3,500, and he actually sold for £47,450. So, fucking nice touch. Whoever sold it, that's you know what I mean. Made 10 times what they thought it would make. 47 grand off a little medal. Tell you what, there's money out there. The money's in your drawers. It's in things, you know. I know people. I've been to a War and Peace. What's it called? War and Peace show. With antiques I was looking for and that, and there's military stuff there and that. And some of the freaks there, they're right into there's loads of different world. You know, there's Japanese stuff, British Army, whatever else. But there's loads and loads of Germans, people dressed up like the Germans and sitting in dugout holes with the guns and everything, like, and pretend they really sort of go there and pretend to be in World War Two and dress up like it and some of them are a bit crazy, man. They take it a little bit too far. There's like fucking Hitler teddy bears and all sorts of stuff on sale and everything there. It's a very, very, very weird bunch. You know, there was like a cafe that was like fucking Lindbergh. What's that thing? The floating balloon. Anyway, there's like a gunship. You know what I mean? Silver and a big silver one of them with the Nazi flag on it and everything like that. And that was like a cafe with the serving window and everything like that. And the guy in there was dressed like a fucking Nazi, serving you food and stuff. So really fucking odd. So I swerved them. I had a photo with them, but these 4 guys, just to show people how weird they were. But they were towering over me. They were like 7 foot, dressed like Nazis and stuff. But I went over to the British side, where and they had hello shows and everything on. That would have been good to see, but I didn't see that. Anyway, our time we got, so we're gonna just wrap things up now. See what this one is. Binge drinking Britons drink double the amount of alcohol consumed by Americans, Australians, Canadians, Germans. It's bullshit. I mean, if you've ever been to fucking Australia, maybe more than Americans, but if you've ever been to Australia, they're proper pissheads. They fucking love the booze. They've even got bookies inside the boozers, you know what I mean? So you don't even have to go out. Here, people are always fucking, you know, in the pub, run round to the bookies, back to the pub, and be over there. They've got it all set up so that you don't have to leave the pub. But binge drinking Britons, yeah. But there's binge drinking everybody. You're not going to binge drink more than another binge drinker. Oh, where am I going with that? But you get the point. They're just labelling Brits as a whole. That's just fucking binge drinking Brits and binge drinking Aussies. They're just both the same. But binge drinking Brits will drink more than Aussies, who are not binge drinkers. Yeah, so it kind of doesn't make fucking sense, really. So, an Indian man was bitten by a snake, got his revenge on the reptile by biting it back and killing it. Oh yeah, that's fucking touche right there. He was relaxing at home, and then he got enjoying a drink when a snake struck. He was obviously a bit pissed and fucking got a bit aggro, you know what I mean? He's like binge drinking Indian. He's got a bit aggro and he's fucking sized up to the snake and bit him back and chewed it into pieces. So the snake made the mistake there, didn't it? Obviously, it wasn't a dangerous snake because he's still alive to tell the tale. Ear tickling may help slow aging. I don't even. I've ripped that out and I've cut half the story off, so I can't tell you. Anyway, tickling your ears can help you not age so quickly. So if you want less wrinkles, get a feather duster, get a little what's it called, Ken Dodd. Give your ears a tickle, or give your partner's ears a tickle if you don't want them to get older either, or look older. What's this one? Oh, this is a good one. I'll finish up on this one. Brazilian police have arrested 3 people suspected of involvement in a theft of more than £30 million worth of gold from an airport. It's always at the airport, isn't it? Gold, well, apart from in the bank, but usually these heists are always at the airports. So the theft of 30 million, they've got away with it. Oh no, they've arrested 3 people, but they always get caught. That's the only pisser they do it, and that fucking always get caught. There's always one idiot that gives the game away and then squeals on everybody else. Somebody who's involved is a cargo supervisor who claimed he'd been kidnapped by the bandits, so he's thought to be involved on it. But I suppose you've got to weigh it up, ain't you? You nick the money, nick the gold, as long as you can get it away and get it hidden, and then you're willing to do the time. Depends on how much the time they give you. And keep the money and not pay it back. That's what some people do, don't they? They just think, fuck it, it's worth the 8 years if I come out to a share of 5 million quid or something that I've buried somewhere. In Brazil, I bet you'd be able to pay people to fucking get you out anyway early. Right, that's it. Last one. I'm going to do one more. A man found drunk on a mobility scooter has been banned from driving, but can still use his scooter. That don't make sense, does it? So he got a 36-month ban from Swindon magistrates for driving, for being unfit for driving. Yes, he can't drive. Maybe he can't drive anyway if he's in a mobility scooter. But anyway, he can't drive, but he can still use his scooter, which is what he was using when he was drunk. That's weird, because you can just, obviously that means he can just go and get drunk in his scooter again and still obviously get banned from driving, but still use the scooter because the law is set up that way. So that's just shows you what a loophole does. If you fucking ever cut onto a loophole in the law, he can get pissed as he likes around in his scooter, and he'll only ever be banned from driving. And if you don't drive, it don't fucking matter anyway, does it? So the whole thing, pointless exercise. And that's the end of the video. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know nobody's even watching it yet, but if you ever come to watch it, it's going to be out of date. And you probably won't watch it all, so you might not even see this last little bit. But anyway, I'm going to do another one tomorrow, so see you then. Adios.